Hi, Sheila. Come on in. Helen's gone to bed. But she said to tell you that Paul's been fine.
I hope I didn't keep you up.
Me? Yeah, I'm a regular night owl. Never get to bed before 2 or 3 in the morning. Want a beer?
No, thank you.
Did you have a good time? Where'd you go for dinner?
Mr. Bartlett, I'm kind of tired.
Oh, sure. I know what you mean. Big evening, huh?
If you don't mind, I'll just take the baby.
Oh.
And we'll go upstairs.
Let me give you a hand. Oh, yeah. Oh, come on. Don't be like that.
Go.
We'll get out of here. We'll go upstairs to your place, huh?
Go.
Come on. What kind of chick you are? What matters is you? Huh? What does it matter? Come on. What's the difference?
No! You filthy little... You rotten little snake.
You people on the hotline phones have a golden opportunity. When someone calls in for help, that's the time to start working on them. Now, if we get them solved early enough, we won't get into this kind of mess.
I'll get it.
Hotline, Ann speaking. How old are you, Greg? 13? Help me. Please.
Sheila?
Please help me.
Tag.
I can't anymore. Don't let
Take the
me.
baby, Tag.
Where? Oh, no.
Come on.
And what's the problem? Well, girl trouble can be just as serious at 13 as 30. Suppose you tell me about it.
Here.
Thank you. I hate going to pieces. I hate acting like some kind of hysterical freak.
You're not a freak. You've had a rough time.
All I want in the whole world is to love. And to be loved. How square can you get him?
Well, if it comes down to that, how square can we all get?
Well, squaredom hasn't been working out too well for me, has it?
I still think it's a good idea if you talk to a counselor about it.
Maybe. But I just decided I'd rather not.
What else did you just decide?
Nothing.
Sheila, you've made decisions before that you hadn't thought out. And when the panic begins, you...
Well, I'm not in a panic now.
Kevin's off duty. Maybe he'd like to give you and Paulie a ride home. I'll see.
Well, I don't think she intended to mention your name. She seemed, well, a little upset.
Sheila's been through a lot the last year or so, Mr. Fowler. And lately, things have been especially bad. What can I do to help?
Well, I'm not sure. These adoption cases are often a little tricky. But the minute Sheila walked in this office, well, I had a feeling about her.
That she really doesn't want to give up the baby.
A certain amount of reluctance is perfectly natural, as you know. Making the decision is one thing. But when a girl actually comes in to arrange it, when she starts to put the chips on the table...
Well, if she's really made up her mind, there's not much I can do to stop her. Even if I think she's making a mistake. But I certainly can try to talk to her.
Would you? I'd appreciate that. You understand, I'd like to be sure.
I'm sure, Dr. Lincoln. I've thought about it, and I'm sure. I know it would be wrong to keep Paul. People keep telling me to make mature decisions. Well, I'm making one now. I want my son to have a good home. I want him to have the things that I can't give him.
And you, Sheila, what do you want?
You think I'm not being honest? You think I'm giving Paul up more for myself than for him?
I don't know what you're doing or why you're giving up the baby. But I don't think that's your problem.
Maybe. But let me ask you a question. Do you think it's better for the baby to have a mother who's turning sour? Who's getting more and more bitter all the time?
I'm interested in why the mother's turning sour. Why she's getting bitter. I don't think you have to be bitter. And I don't think Paul is the reason.
I can't handle it anymore. I can't handle Paul or my life. I can't take care of him, and I think he'd be better off with somebody else.
Well, I'm not sure about that. I don't think getting rid of Paul will solve your problem. You seem to avoid trying to handle these things. I'd like to get you to a point where you can deal with it.
I'm not going back into therapy, Dr. Lincoln. I'm going to take care of myself. Thank you for your help. Goodbye.
Was I lying? About the old lady on the beach, I mean.
No, Charlie, you weren't lying about that.
Well, do you believe me now? I mean, do you believe I'm the sniper?
I better get this down to the lab right away. They might be able to pick up something on it we can't hear. You better put a fresh tape on. I'll put him to work on this right now.
Why did you get that?
Hello? Yes, put it through. Charlie?
Dr. Lincoln?
Yes? Why did you hang up on me before, Charlie?
So you couldn't trace the call?
Why do you call back now, Charlie?
Well, I want to talk.
Okay, let's talk.
Well, I'm waiting, Charlie. Go ahead, talk. Well, I can't to you. I mean, I don't know you. I can't trust you.
Well, perhaps if we got to know each other better, you might change your mind about that.
Maybe. I've got an idea.
What's that?
Why don't we meet? I mean, just the two of us. Someplace where we could be alone. And talk without any cops or anyone around.
Good. I'll tell you what, Charlie. You think of a place, you call me back.
And you had him. You had him on the line. You let him go.
Chief, I need to gain his confidence. I need him to trust me. That's the only way we're going to reach him.
Sheila, this is Mr. Jackson of the Social Welfare Agency. He has a document for you to sign in order to make the adoption legal.
It's a consent form. You sign here.
Could you tell me the name of the people who are going to take Paul?
It would be best for the child, Sheila, if you don't know the names.
Well, I just wanted to make sure they were good people.
Sheila, I thought you understood and had agreed. Once you leave this room and have signed that paper, it'd be better if you never see Paul again. And you shouldn't know where he is. No, it's better that way. Really, it is. For everyone.
Oh, couldn't you even tell me what kind of people they are?
They're fine people, warm and generous, and they'll give Paul a very good home.
Are they young?
Yes.
What kind of work does he do?
Sheila, you've got to be sure, absolutely sure. Now, if you're not...
Thank you. Good luck. I'll be in touch with you later.
Right, fine.
Could I see Paul once more before I go?
Of course. He's in the other office right through there.
Goodbye, Mr. Peller. And thank you.
Nobody. What's on your mind, Pete?
Sheila.
What about Sheila?
Well, I can't seem to get her off my mind.
Have you seen her?
Yes, but she won't talk to me. I've tried.
Well, what brings you here?
I just want someone to talk to, I guess. Well, you're the only one I know who knows her. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I love her. Sometimes I wish I didn't. I can't eat, can't sleep. That's what they call classic symptoms, isn't it? I love Sheila, Doctor.
Have you told her?
Lots of times, but it doesn't seem to make any difference.
Have you told her since she told you about the baby?
No.
Why not?
She won't let me talk to her. I can't get anywhere near her.
Well, what do you suppose that's all about?
I don't know. I just don't know. Well, maybe. The night she told me about her baby, it was, you know, kind of tense.
She told me about that night.
Well, then you know she didn't let me say anything to her. She just blurted it out and split.
Well, did you try to stop her?
I told you she didn't give me a chance.
So what do you want to do now, Pete?
Look, I told you, I love Sheila.
So what do you want to do about it?
Okay. You know what's bugging me